Hello dear students, in this chapter we are going to start our new chapter which is spectrum. So before starting directly spectrum, we will first discuss some basic which is deviation. So let us discuss some basic related to deviation, that is basics of deviation. In earlier chapters you have already studied what is deviation. Let us recall that again. If we have a lens, or you should say a prism, a triangular prism, and if a ray is coming like this, what will happen? It will bend like this. Okay, so if we extend its path, if there would no prism, then the ray would go like this. Okay, so in prism it behave like it deviate something like this. So this is deviation. First deviation take place here. Let us name it delta 1. Okay, and if we further see its path, then what will happen? It will further refract like this and it will go like this. Okay, so if we draw the deviation further, let us extend it in backward direction, or we can also extend it like this. The refracted ray we can also extend. This is the deviation. You can say this is the deviation, or this is also the same value. Okay, as these angle are alternate angle, so we can call this angle as deviation 2. So this is the deviation delta 1 and deviation delta 2. So if we further write the total deviation means ray was coming like this and it goes like this. So the total deviation is this. Okay, this is the total deviation. So you can write total deviation delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Okay, this is the total deviation. Got it? So this is the value of deviation. And if we further write, in what factors does this deviation depend? So let us write that also. Deviation, we are talking about the total deviation, means you can also write delta depends on the following factors. So the first factor is angle of incidence. We have already discussed its formula and all the terms related to deviation, that in what factor it's depend. So I'm writing that again. It's depend on angle of deviation. Second one is angle of prism. You know that what is angle of prism here. This is angle of prism and we name it with angle A. So angle A. And the third is refractive index of medium. Prism, you can also say medium in this situation. So the deviation depends on this factor. We can further see that as angle of incidence does not depend on anything, and similarly the case with prism, that it only depends on the geometry of the prism. If the prism is fixed, then angle of prism is constant. Okay, but refractive index of medium depends on another thing, which is it depends on wavelength of light. Means, so we can also say depends, it means delta also depends on wavelength of light, or in other words you can also say, and or you should say or color of light. Okay, why? Because this factor refractive index of median depends on this factor. So overall we can say that total deviation, this, it will depend on wavelength of light. Okay, so this is the case. So this depends on angular deviation depends on, or we should say deviation depends on this three factor. Okay, so that's it.